the final straw. This is what it is. This is the reason that the final thing that pushed me into, do you know what? Screw it, follow purpose, right? So one of my friends sent me a message to say, in the office today, such and such person, I won't name them because I'm not doing that. But in the office today, such and such person had X, Y, and Z to say about you. And you know what? It sent me into a tailspin. It really, first I felt my stomach lunge. And then my inner voice kicked in, and all the messages kicked in. And it was, and honestly, the thing they told me, it was about the work it wasn't even about me. It wasn't even as if that person had said, Nadine is this, that, and the other. It was that this piece of work Nadine has done is lacking X, Y, and Z. And I think for me, I guess, reflecting on it, I have clearly put some of my self-identity into my job, my husband, my children, my life, that the trappings of what I called success. And so when any of those things were challenged, it felt like I personally had been challenged. And I really just spiraled. You know, I pulled over in the car and I sat there, and all the learnings, you know, I've been doing all this inner work and all this spiritual work, and I knew all the lessons, right? And I could hear my inner voice just going, you're not good enough, and of course they're going to say this, and you got found out, and you know, all the things around imposter syndrome. And I just thought, this is not it. This is not it. Because if a comment, you know, I wasn't even in the office. So ultimately, you know, part of me, I thought maybe I need to distance myself from my friends. Maybe I need to not talk to colleagues that, you know, outside of the working scenario in terms of collaborating on a project. And then I thought, right, okay, that's fine. I won't talk to them. So who will I talk to? Right, that's okay. I've got lots of friends outside of work. And then I started thinking, so if I talk to those friends, they still have their opinions and know people who know me. So what if they say something to me that I don't like? And I thought, okay, so, well, I've recently moved up to Birmingham, UK. So maybe I just don't talk to friends in Birmingham. All right, that's fine. So they're not going to know anything, you know, as much about my current life. That felt a layer of safer. And then I realized that they are still my friends. Like, they still know my London life. They still know my London life. They still know the people I used to work with. You know, some of them still work where I used to work, and all of those kinds of things. And I thought, gosh, you know what? I can't talk to anyone. And I went really down this rabbit hole of, I'm going to end up being some kind of recluse. And then I realised, luckily I caught myself before, and I realised that, of course, that's ridiculous. How can I just not talk to anyone or do anything? That wouldn't solve the problem, because I would still be valuing myself by the external things that I've accumulated in my life. So what I had to do is find a way to deal with me, the emotions that come up for me, and the journey that I'm on. So that was my that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I just decided that, you know, honestly, people can say what they need to say. I don't like to hear it. But what actually happens to me, I have feelings in my body that I don't like. I have the emotions that I don't like. My stomach churns. I can just feel the adrenaline pumping. My mind goes into overdrive, and I was literally working out like how to revamp the project, what additional things I needed on the project, and all of this stuff. And honestly, I probably came up with some excellent stuff. Like I feel like the project is going to be better because of it. So that's great. But the emotion I had to go through to get there, that wasn't great. And so I'm all about now trying to work out how I have this experience of being, being the dean, being this person on the planet without all the emotion, negative, positive, or otherwise, without all of that stuff. That ultimately, somebody saying whatever it is, it doesn't actually affect me. Like, what is the worst that happens? I feel an emotion that I don't like, but the emotions are all there for a reason. And honestly, the emotion will come and go if I let it. I just have to work out how to let it and how to be okay with it. So, and I haven't worked that out yet. I haven't worked it out yet. So, I'm still I'm pretty, yeah, I mean, I don't want to swear, but I'm in that place. So that's where it came from. And having been there, I now am noticing all the micro challenges that there are for my life. And when I walk my children to school, some of the side comments and from the teachers, and anyway, that's what it is. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Me realizing that I've got it all. I have got it all. And I am still living in this kind of vulnerable kind of prison, was on the tip of my tongue. So I'll say that vulnerable kind of prison of experiences and impression and appearances and all of that stuff. So if I can have it all and I can be rocked by the tiniest thing, I need to take my power within. And that's an easy thing for me to say. It isn't such an easy thing to do necessarily, but that's the aim. That is my intention. That's what I'm going to be doing. So that was the straw that broke the camel's back.